Hey everybody, welcome back to the Matt Mondera Music Channel. And today on Music Word of the Week, we're going to talk about texture. I'm going to go over 3 very common types of texture, and stick around at the end of the video and we're going to do some real world examples. Let's get into it. Okay, so you're probably asking yourself, what is texture? Texture is simply the layering of sounds, which is also going to be contributed by rhythm and timbre. And we actually really just kind of have 3 basic types of texture, and the main thing you have to know is that it's going to be based off of what the melody is doing. And I know that we haven't exactly talked about melody, we're going to put that in another video, but melody is simply going to be what is the central theme or the central focus that's going to give us our context of whatever the piece of music is. So the very first texture that we're going to talk about is the monophonic texture, and if we go with the prefix of mono, it just means one. So taking that idea, we're going to have one single melodic line that is not going to have any accompaniment or any other instrumentation to follow it. Or, in other words, singing by yourself or a cappella. So if you take a song like Row, Row, Row Your Boat and you are singing it by yourself, or any other song that you want to sing by yourself, you're creating a monophonic texture. Now for you instrumentalists out there, you can also create monophonic texture by just playing your instrument by doing one note at a time in a melodic form. If you're playing any of these chordal instruments like piano, guitar, or any others where you're creating multiple pitches at the same time, it's not monophonic texture. It's just taking the melody and playing the notes individually is the key part there. Our second type of texture is the homophonic texture. This is going to be kind of similar to monophonic texture. We're going to develop it a little bit more. We're still going to have one single melodic line. However, we're going to start adding instrumentation to kind of help support that melody. If you're a singer in a band, you're probably going to be kind of the main focus. People are going to want to sing along with you, but the overall sound is going to become stronger because you're going to have instruments to help support you. They're going to help support that melody. Or if you're a solo instrumentalist and you're kind of the main focus, you could also have other instruments that are going to be playing kind of behind you to help support that melody and help it stand out and help it become a little bit stronger. And lastly, our third type of texture is polyphonic texture. And this is going to be 2 or more melodic lines happening at the same time with accompaniment behind it. So this can get kind of tricky because you're going to have 2 different melodic lines or more, but you got to be kind of careful because you don't want to get too busy. But you got to have 2 different melodies that are happening simultaneously. They're going to be happening at the same time. So you could have 2 different singers singing 2 different melodies at the same time, or a singer and an instrumentalist, or 2 instrumentalists. And this can create a really kind of cool sound as long as it's done, properly and things aren't really kind of stepping on each other. I just want to point out that I have not covered all the textures that can be covered. I know that there's a lot of things that I could be kind of talking about, especially in regards to harmony. I'm really just trying to kind of focus primarily on the main 3 to just really give some really basic understanding and everything. And maybe in a later video we can kind of try to dive a little bit deeper into some more of these more complex textures, because we could really go down a rabbit hole on this. If you feel like I might have missed something or you want to make any suggestions or comments, please drop a comment down below. Please feel free to like the video. Also, please subscribe and ring the bell so you can get notifications. If you haven't checked out my artist page, please go to Fret Level 0 and check that out. Also subscribe to that. You can also check it out on all the major streaming platforms. And please stay tuned for those real world examples, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Sancti venit Christi corpus sumit, sanctum vimentis, quo redempti sanguine.
catalogs and the labels I've guessed, 'cause I've cancelled the milk and they don't hear your voice through